When a rookie steps into the professional arena, the lights are bright, the expectations higher, and the critiques relentless. For Angel Reese, one of the most talked about athletes from college basketball in recent memory, her entry into the WNBA was never going to be subtle. But few could have predicted just how quickly the tides would turn, how quickly cheers would morph into critiques, and admiration into unrest. Let's rewind. Angel Reese is no stranger to the spotlight. From her dominant performances at LSU to her unforgettable showdown with Caitlin Clark during the NCAA tournament, she's proven time and again that she can perform under pressure. But the WNBA isn't college. The game is faster, the competition tougher, and the scrutiny tenfold. And in just her second game with the Chicago Sky, she found herself at the center of a storm, one brewed not just by stats and scoreboards, but by perception, attitude, and expectations. So what happened? Let's start with the game. It was the Sky's second of the season. Fans had shown up with high hopes, not just for a team win, but to witness the continued rise of a young star who had already begun shifting the culture of women's basketball. But what played out on the court was complicated. Angel's performance was, in a word, raw. Not terrible. Not exceptional. Just raw. She struggled to find rhythm offensively. Her shots weren't falling, and on defense, there were lapses, hesitations that more experienced players immediately capitalized on. For a rookie, that's expected. Growing pains. Adjustments. But fans? Some weren't so understanding. As the game wore on, murmurs on social media turned into full-blown commentary. She's not ready, some said. Overhyped. Too much talk. Not enough game. And the hashtag Angel Reese began trending, not for the reasons anyone hoped. But why such intense backlash, and why so soon? Let's unpack this. Angel Reese isn't just a basketball player, she's a symbol. A bold, confident, unapologetically vocal Black woman who uses her platform to speak on everything from fashion to fairness in sports. That rubs some people the wrong way. Not everyone is comfortable with an athlete who refuses to dim her light for the comfort of others. So when she falters, even slightly, the response isn't measured, it's magnified. And that's what happened. Criticism poured in faster than any WNBA highlight reel. Her body language was dissected. Her interactions with teammates were analyzed. A missed free throw became a metaphor for arrogance. A turnover? Proof she wasn't focused. It wasn't just sports analysis, it was character assassination disguised as commentary. But here's the thing. Was any of it fair? Let's compare her to other rookies. Players often take weeks, sometimes months, to adjust. No one dominates right out of the gate. Even legends like Diana Taurasi and Sue Bird had early struggles, but they were given grace. Time. Room to breathe. So why not Angel? Part of it comes back to narrative. Angel has always played with a chip on her shoulder. She's not just playing to win, she's playing to prove something. To prove that players who look like her, who talk like her, who walk with that same kind of head-held high confidence, belong. But when you enter a space that isn't used to that kind of energy, there's resistance. And the resistance doesn't always show up in boos, it shows up in tweets, in headlines, in whispers. Now let's talk about the moment. The one that lit the match. Late in the third quarter, Angel Reese had a brief but visible exchange with the coach. She appeared frustrated, some said defiant. She waved off a suggestion, shook her head, and jogged down the court. No words were mic'd, but fans and analysts didn't need audio. They had opinions. Was it disrespectful? Or was it the kind of fire we celebrate in male athletes? That question split fans right down the middle. Some argued that Angel needed to know her place. A phrase that carries more weight and history than those saying it perhaps realized. Others said it was passion, plain and simple. The same kind of edge that makes players like Draymond Green or Jimmy Butler must-watch TV. But the double standard was clear. Passion in men is praised. In women, Especially Black women, it's often called attitude. So now Angel wasn't just being called a poor performer, she was being called a problem. A diva. A distraction. And for someone just 2 games into her professional career, that's a heavy narrative to carry. But amidst the noise, there was also support. Veterans spoke out, some publicly, others behind closed doors. Teammates like Marina Mabrey and Elizabeth Williams voiced their belief in Angel's work ethic, her intensity, her drive. She's a competitor, one said. She'll get there. And maybe that's what's needed most right now, perspective. Angel Reese didn't ask to be the face of a new era. But she's become that. She didn't declare herself a perfect player, just a real one. One who makes mistakes. One who learns. One who's not afraid to show emotion. And in a league fighting for respect, visibility, and growth, that kind of authenticity is not just refreshing, it's vital. So yes, WNBA fans were upset. But maybe the real issue isn't Angel's second game. Maybe it's what we expect from athletes, especially young women of color, especially when they dare to be bold, visible, and unbothered by outdated rules of humility. Let's ask ourselves, do we want stars who follow the script? Or stars who challenge it? Because Angel Reese, for better or worse, is rewriting the story in real time. And she's only just begun. Brief pause. Soft music fades in again, same light synth from the intro. In the end, this isn't just about one player. It's about what we demand from greatness. How quickly we lift someone up, and how much faster we try to tear them down. The WNBA season is long. There will be more games. More moments. Wins, losses, learning curves. But if we're serious about growing the game, we have to be serious about giving players space to grow, to fail, to evolve. And Angel Reese? She'll be just fine.